In the heart of the ocean, where the sun dares not yet touch the horizon, something stirs. A colossal shadow, a metallic beast, waits. Within its cold steel belly, figures move. Before the first hint of dawn, a life begins. Not a choice, perhaps. A calling. A necessity. What compels these souls to rise in the deepest dark, far from land, to face the relentless pull of the sea? The answers lie beneath the waves, and in the hands that reach for them. A new day, but an ancient ritual. The air is thick with the scent of diesel and salt. A piercing alarm shatters the pre-dawn quiet. Not a gentle chime, but a harsh command. One by one, bunks creak, heavy boots hit cold steel. Sleep, a luxury, is reluctantly shed. Faces etched with a weariness beyond years. No soft light, no warm embrace of home. Just the hum of distant machinery and the ship's constant groan. They pull on layers, each movement practiced, a silent testament to countless repetitions. The vessel, a vast, hungry entity, demands their wakefulness. On deck, the wind whips at them, cold and unforgiving. Heavy gear is meticulously checked, lines inspected, massive nets unfurled. Each knot, each splice, holds a life's promise, or its threat. This isn't just equipment, it's an extension of their will against the ocean's might. The air vibrates with attention and unspoken readiness. What dangers lurk in the depths? What bounty, or what empty effort, awaits? They gather their tools, their armor, for a battle that plays out daily on this moving fortress. The colossal nets, designed to sweep vast underwater expanses, are prepared for deployment. They are a marvel of engineering, yet their power relies entirely on the precision of human hands. Each crew member knows their role, a silent ballet of coordinated effort. The ship's engines thrum louder, pushing against the rising swells. A sense of anticipation, or perhaps apprehension, hangs heavy in the frigid air. Soon, the immense mouth of the net will swallow the ocean's secrets. What mysteries will it bring to the surface this time? Hours crawl by. The ship tracks its unseen prey, a silent hunter guided by sonar and experience. Beneath the waves, the nets spread, an invisible wall. For the crew, it's a period of watchful waiting, yet never truly still. There are constant checks, minor adjustments, the endless vigil against the sea's unpredictable nature. What unseen forces tug at those immense lines? What untold stories are unfolding in the dark abyss, as the trap slowly closes? The ocean holds its breath, and so do the men who challenge it. Then, the signal. The immense winches groan to life, their steel cables straining under an unimaginable weight. It is the moment of truth. Every muscle on board tenses. The deck vibrated with the immense power required to reclaim the bounty from the deep. The nets, heavy with their unseen contents, slowly emerge from the churning water. What has the sea offered up today? A treasure, or a challenge? The sheer physical exertion required is monumental, a testament to raw human strength against the ocean's reluctance to yield its secrets. A cascade of silver, scales, and snapping fins erupts onto the deck. Thousands of living creatures, suddenly thrust from their dark world into the harsh light. The deck becomes a writhing mass, a chaotic symphony of life and death. Cod, haddock, pollock, sometimes strange, luminous creatures from the true abyss. The scale is breathtaking, overwhelming. This is the moment of truth. This is what weeks of cold and isolation culminate into. This raw, untamed bounty. But what happens next transforms this natural wonder into a global commodity. The air fills with the smell of fresh fish, blood, and the metallic tang of the processing line. Crew members, now covered in slime and scales, work with astonishing speed and precision. Sorting begins immediately. By species. By size. The valuable from the less so. Hands move like blurs, accustomed to the cold, the wet, the relentless rhythm. This isn't just labor, it's a practiced art, honed by necessity. The clock never stops. Every second counts in preserving the quality of this vast, perishable harvest. The first step in a long, cold chain. From the deck, the fish are shuttled into the heart of the ship, the processing plant. Here, automated machinery takes over much of the arduous work. Gutting, filleting, flash freezing. A symphony of whirring blades, conveyor belts, and freezing tunnels. The air is frigid, preserving the catch, but also chilling the bone. This transformation is rapid, efficient, and utterly relentless. It's an industrial ballet, turning wild creatures into neatly packaged products. What is the true cost of this efficiency, for those who operate it day in, day out? Hours blend into an indistinguishable stream. The same motions. The same sounds. The same cold. Repetition becomes a form of trance, a necessity for endurance. Fatigue sets in, deep and pervasive, but the work cannot stop. There is no weekend here, no escaping the production line. The crew battles not just the elements, but also the mind-numbing monotony. Each fish processed is a tick on an invisible clock, counting down the weeks, the months, until they see land again. What happens to a person when their world shrinks to this cycle? Far below the processing floor, a different world churns. The engine room. A deafening roar, a symphony of pistons and gears, heat that radiates from immense machines. This is the ship's heartbeat, its lifeblood. Engineers work in stifling conditions, constantly monitoring, adjusting, troubleshooting. A breakdown here could mean disaster, stranding them thousands of miles from shore. Their vigilance is unseen, often unheard, but absolutely critical. It's a constant battle against friction, corrosion, and the relentless forces of the sea. What sacrifices are made to keep this immense vessel alive? Amidst the chaos and the cold, there are brief, precious moments. A meal, cooked by a dedicated crew member, simple but warm. A hot drink. These aren't fancy affairs, but communal rituals. A shared silence, sometimes broken by a quiet word or a rare laugh. Here, away from the processing lines, they are not just workers but human beings, sharing a common fate. These fleeting moments of connection are vital, a fragile tether to sanity in an isolating world. What sustains them when everything else tries to break them? The battle against the sea isn't just about catching fish, it's also about maintaining hygiene. Blood, scales, and seawater coat every surface. Cleaning is a never-ending task, essential for food safety and the crew's well-being. Hoses spray, scrub brushes scrape. It's cold, wet, exhausting work, happening in cycles, always, always. The ship must be kept sterile, a fortress against contamination. But it's also a fight against the pervasive dampness, the rust, the wear and tear of a corrosive environment. A struggle for order amidst the ocean's chaos. The barometer drops. The sky darkens with an ominous speed. The ship, once a steady platform, begins to pitch and roll with a new, unsettling rhythm. The ocean itself seems to change, turning from a calm expanse to a churning, hostile entity. An unspoken tension descends. The seasoned crew members know what's coming. Preparations are made, hatches secured, loose objects tied down. It's not a question of if, but when, the full fury will unleash. What does it take to face down nature's raw power, miles from any refuge? The storm hits with brutal force. Waves, like liquid mountains, crash over the bow, sweeping across the deck. The ship becomes a toy in a giant's hand, lurching, groaning, fighting for stability. Yet, the work, incredibly, continues. Essential tasks, repairs, vigilance. Crew members are lashed to safety lines, moving with caution, their faces grim. Sleep becomes an impossible dream. This is not just a job, it's a test of survival. What deep reserves of courage and resilience must they tap into to endure such conditions? Weeks of relentless labor. Cold. Wet. Little sleep. Injuries are common, strained backs, cut hands, bruised limbs. The body aches in ways no landbound person can comprehend. Every movement, every lift, is a demand. The fatigue is cumulative, a debt that only grows. But they press on. Why? Is it the paycheck? The sense of duty? Or something deeper, an innate human drive to overcome, to provide? The physical demands alone would break most. But these are not most. They carry the scars, visible and invisible. Beyond the physical, there's the mental challenge. Weeks, sometimes months, at sea. Far from family, from familiar comforts. The endless horizon, the unchanging routine, the cramped quarters. Isolation gnaws. Monotony wears. Yet, they endure. Humor, shared stories, and unspoken camaraderie become lifelines. The strength of mind required is immense, perhaps even more so than the physical. What kind of person thrives in such a demanding, solitary existence, or simply learns to survive it? What does it truly mean to be resilient? No individual can conquer this beast alone. Teamwork isn't a buzzword here, it's the very fabric of survival. Each person relies utterly on the next. A silent understanding, a glance, a gesture. Lives depend on it. From the bridge to the engine room, from the deck to the processing line, every role is crucial, every action interconnected. This shared burden, this collective struggle, forges an unbreakable bond. It's a testament to human cooperation against overwhelming odds. But what are they truly fighting for? All this toil, all this sacrifice, converges on a single, vital purpose. These factory fish ships, these crews, are the unseen backbone of the global seafood industry. Their relentless pursuit provides sustenance for millions, feeding families across continents. The fish they haul from the icy depths will fill plates in distant cities, providing essential protein. Without their grueling work, without their endurance, the supply chains would break, shelves would empty. This demanding lifestyle, this hidden world, keeps the entire system alive. So, as you sit down to your next meal of fish, consider the journey. The immense effort, the profound personal cost. The men and women who sacrifice so much, enduring the cold, the storms, the solitude, to bring it to your table. A life of relentless labor, far from shore, driven by a global demand. The mystery of their endurance, the why, perhaps never fully explained. Could you endure this life? Could you face the abyss, day after day, week after week, for months on end? What is your answer?